Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, August 16th, 2019. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Friday. We're starting off today's show with what is by far one of the most coolest stories of the season so far. The introduction of the wheelchair bodybuilding division to this year's Olympia festivities, actually calling it the Wheelchair Olympia. This week we talked exclusively with Olympia Pro Wheelchair Director Nick Scott, who told us that this year's contest will feature 10 competitors and the winner will receive a championship ring, and the top 3 finishers will each receive a Leo 2 standing wheelchair valued at close to $4,000. If you're going to be in Vegas for the Olympia weekend, make sure you make it out to the convention center on Saturday at 1 p.m. to support these incredible athletes. And if you want to find out more information, you can go to MrOlympia.com, Wheelchair Division. Please check it out, guys. This should be an awesome event. Well, we're 5 weeks out, and if you ask Juan Morel, now it's a party. A few days ago, our buddy Juan Diesel decided it was time to give his fans a 5 weeks out conditioning check. And if they saw the same video that I did, I'm sure they weren't disappointed. Even though Juan's been dealing with some personal stuff during his prep, he seems like he's in a good place mentally and physically. So if he can manage to pull it all together to squeeze out a top 6 finish, I think he'll look back at this stretch as one of the defining moments of his career. A few years ago, I know people were saying that 40 is now the new 20, but those people might need to rethink their entire situation after the bomb that Dexter Jackson dropped earlier this week. With the big 5-0 right around the corner, somehow Dexter is single-handedly managing to defy Father Time by looking like he's at his all-time best. What he's doing now is so far beyond anything we've ever seen that it's hard to even quantify how insane this is. So if he can pull it all together in Vegas, I think he has a chance to go down as the greatest win ever in the history of bodybuilding. I've been around long enough to see some of the best trash talkers in the history of bodybuilding completely take people out of their element. But man, the passive-aggressive shot that Breon Ansley took at the rest of the division this week was one of the best checkmate moves I've seen all year. On Monday, the Ansley camp released a video of their guy hammering out some back work where he let his physique do all the talking. And by the time that video was over, it felt like he delivered a gut punch to the rest of the division. Breon is as sharp as I've ever seen him right now, so unless somebody has a new trick that I haven't seen yet, it feels like he's about to collect his 3rd straight title. I heard a podcast not too long ago where someone equated winning in life to being an A student. You don't have to get everything right all the time, you just need to get it right about 90% of the time on average. And when you look at what she's done so far this year, it's hard to see women's physique star Michaela Aycock as anything other than a straight A standout. With the Olympia creeping up in almost a month now, it feels like Mikayla and her team have made the decision to buckle down and really make these last few weeks count. Pound for pound, it looks like Mikayla may be the hardest worker in the division. So as long as she keeps her foot on the gas, I think she should be in the running for a top 4 finish. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.